Last meeting, my understanding was that the town was gonna move the meter. The reason my understanding was that was because Dave was in trouble for setting his own meter, touching the meter, putting it on the line. The county didn't want that. So my assumption, which I guess was incorrect, was the county was gonna take the meter off, put the meter in the new spot, hook it up, and be done with it. That's what was gonna happen. Then, nothing happened. I didn't hear anything, so I didn't know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, the water's turned off, and there's some issues and whatever. So it just needs to be clarified. My understanding was people aren't supposed to be putting their own meters in.
No.
Which means they shouldn't be taking them off either. Okay?
True.
So the town should take it off. That was my understanding. The town's going to take care of it. They're going to take it off, put it over there, and it's done. So obviously they're gonna, and I think David told Chad in the past that, it's okay if he needs to come on there or anything, but I think it's great to have an agreement. I mean, it's great. So that's my understanding. And
But is he gonna let him on the property?
yes, yeah, that's why.
Lock the gate?
No. There's just been some issues since the last meeting. So, which, all kinds of miscommunication and, everybody's thing, so. Okay, so this doesn't address that you guys need to take the meter off. You need to take the meter from where it's at. Dave can be responsible for capping it. I have no problem with that.
Are you okay with that, Chad?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
I'm not gonna repair Dave's line though.
No, I think he should be there to cap it.
Because I think frankly, it just goes to that spigot and.
Right, and if you've already turned it off at the other thing, right? I mean, it's capped right out there at the,
It's off, there's no water there.
because they capped it at the end when they moved the meters up on the other thing, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
capped, so.
So there's nothing to really cap there. You can pull the meter, go set it at the other spot.
Yeah, and then with this valve that's gonna go after the meter, I mean, he doesn't even have to cap his line unless he wants crap down it. Or,
Right, because
I would
but once he
cap-
turns that on, then water will come and be over there. So he'll have to do something and cap it once he
Right,
flushes it.
Right.
Okay, so it should say then down here that Torrey Town will remove the old meter, remove the existing meter.
Just make sure there's, access.
Well, so it just needs to be coordinated, so
Right.
somebody needs, so that he can have somebody there to, well, you got it off.
Is he gonna be
You've got it
civil?
off, right?
He'll be civil and not be calling
I'll
names.
tell him to be civil, or I'll be there instead of him.
Okay.
Is that
That's
okay with
fair
you?
enough, 'cause I ain't gonna
I
take
understand, Don't, you and I talked about that, so let's just leave that where it is, and I am 100% in agreement with you.
Will you schedule that?
I can, I would, you want me to schedule with Chad? How do you wanna do it?
Yeah, that'll work.
You want me to schedule with you?
Sure.
Okay.
How about you write on there, and Adis, if you agree to it and initial it, I'll copy it again.
Lovely.
Then we won't have to type up the whole new thing.
So he has the meter on it.
Okay, you got that all done?
I hope so.
Good.
Okay,
We'll
so,
actually go
so
on there.
Dave,
I'll have to access
You will-
Dave's property to dig
you
the
will
hole.
be there. You will be there when
I'll
Chad
schedule
comes.
with him and either Dave will be, I'll see how Dave's being. If Dave's gonna create a problem because he's so upset about stuff, then I'll be there with Chad, okay? I don't wanna,
Protecting.
no, I just don't wanna have, I
The
think
dogs.
Chad can protect himself, but I just don't wanna have a problem.
Okay.
If this is gonna be a real problem, this is
It's
something we're
it's
gonna
not,
have
I
to
can,
address.
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Okay, so Dave Van Dyke will be there.
Or he'll arrange, he'll temper Dave's mood and decide
No,
if
you'll
he
just-
should be there or
You'll
not.
just be, you will just be present at the time that Chad is working on the line. Is that correct, Dave?
If I need to be, from what Chad just told me, really,
Let's-
no one needs to be
let's
there
get this
until
straight.
once Dave turns the water on, which will be on his side of the meter, right?
Well, see this valve, this stop valve
Right.
is after the meter,
Uh-huh,
I'll turn it off,
okay.
turn the water meter on, so Dave can control his water.
Right, so Dave can turn the stop valve on, and that's
Yeah.
okay, right? That's what the homeowner is allowed to do. So
That's-
he can turn it on, so really, the only thing is that we just need to have permission that you're gonna go on the lot.
And dig it out.
So no one really needs to be there technically, because there's not gonna be any water flowing.
No.
No.
Okay, you're gonna get,
But I'll take care of all the
You'll-
permission stuff.
okay, that's what I want. Okay.
You'll let me know when I can go
Mhm.
wanna take care of the permission and stuff, so, Chad.
Now we wanna take care of this first.
Okay, so he's gonna take care of the permission stuff, so Chad will probably off it, just let him know that, but that's correct, right?
Okay, so here's what I said.
Is that right?
Torrey Town will remove the existing meter and install a new location. Dave Van Dyke will schedule with Chad and if necessary will be present and or will obtain permission for town to access Dave's property.
We go copy that and we'll both.
Well, you
initial that.
initial it first, and then I'll copy it. How many copies would y'all like?
One for me.
Yeah, no,
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone needs one.
All right, everyone will
I
get
need one in here to put in the minute book.
Was that agreeable with everybody?
Yes. Agreeable? I can type that in here, that everyone on the board is in favor.
Has agreed to this,
Okay.
to the agreement signed, or something like that. Okay. Well,
Torrey, do you
now
think
we
aye?
need a motion.
Make a motion to what?
Yeah, we just agreed to the
The
written
terms of
agreement.
Accept the written agreement.
I'm gonna dig
Right?
this
Is that
meter
correct?
out and move it, although it's not on the procedure that when you do it, just to get it
I
done.
make a motion to accept the agreement.
As amended.
I second this.
Okay.
As amended.
So it won't. What
Okay, do we have any more discussion? What do we wanna do with this line?
Well, if it's like today,
Wait, that's
I
fine.
mean, we don't wanna do it now. No, not tomorrow, so.
I
probably like
personally-
first week.
I feel that the water ordinance has been violated and that $1,000 fine should be,
Who's this on?
Dave.
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to ask, since I'm still dealing with that, I wanna know, were you able to find a copy of the signed ordinance that gives you the right to enforce such a fine?
We do have it, don't we, Jen? I think I got it.
What do you think? You guys wanna do?
Written amendment, we need to amend it.
What do you think?
I think it should be just no fine. Just, everybody knows what's going on and everybody's out of town by now knows that they can't do anything with this here. For me,
But we've got another one coming up.
I think we're setting a bad example.
I do
Everybody's
too.
gotta,
You need to find across
everybody's
the
gotta
board.
follow the ordinance. Nobody can touch the water, the valve.
If we don't follow our own ordinance, we're not in compliance with the ordinance either, that's what I feel.
I had a guy out in the Rainbow Estates today come up and was wanting to know if he could take his square-headed wrench and just go start turning the valves, and I told him no. And he looked at me with a smirky look and wanted to know how come. And I'm like, well, because Torrey Town owns, the water lines out here. And he goes, that's not what Kerry Taylor told me.
Oh, he's been gone